Hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going? What's up, Benjamin? Nice of you to join. Hey, Losh. Oh no. What is oh no? What's up, Wing Chun? How you doing? Hey, Nikki. Glad you could join. What's up, Sal? How you doing? All right. Shall we get started? Let's do this super quickly. It's going to be immediate. You're very sore and smothered in pets right now. What? That sounds amazing. What kind of pets? Cats and dogs or more? Bunnies? Snakes? Turtles? I had a pet turtle once. It ran away. Slowly, but it ran away. I don't know how it made it across the backyard. I had it in a pool in the backyard. All right. Do. What? Hmm. First, fist, fitch. Hmm. Ist, glitch, ist, pissed. Fist, whist, chist, blist, like blister, frist, frisk. No. List, blist. Is that a word? Blist. That is a word. I did not know that. Hmm. Blight. It. Could be GHT. Then it would be sight. Yeah? No. S is not there. Something I S something T. S T. ISIS. Insist. Insist. Ist. I. Something IS. No. IS is shit. Shit. You know what? We'll try sight. Why not? Nah. Okay. So S must be here. His IS what T? NT? No. CT? DT? X Z V D F T? Ist. H K N V C F? Wait, what? What goes here? K T T S T. C T? CT. Ziskt. ST. No. TT. No. Is. What? Isn't. 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 Ict. Bist. Vix. V. X. C. Wait. J. K. T. What? ST? I? Oh, visit! Wait. I got it. I got it. Okay. Oh my god. What's up, rude noise? How's it going? Oh, a lot of pet talk in the chat. All right. Connections should be good, right? Let's do this super fast. Oh no, what is this? Why? LOL. Fred. CYA. Cap. What ATM pin? ATM pin? Lid. Cap. Cap. A cap can be a hat or it can be a lie. Cap. Scrap. Shirt. Lash. Wit. Wit. TIA. Scrap. Jot. Jot down. CYA. Shred. Lash. Scrap. Scrap. Jot. Cap. Brow. Browbeat. Lash out. There's ATM and pin, but that's it. CYA. Cover your ass. Jot. Lol. Ball. Sticker. Sticker. Shirt. Wit. Wit. Lash. LOL. Laughing out loud. I don't get it. TIA. I'll pin you down on something. I'll browbeat. Lid. Cover with a lid. Cover with a shirt. Cover something with an ATM. All right, ATM gives you money. You can type in something. There's a screen. Type in your PIN. Huh. Sticker. Sticker shirt. You buy a sticker as merch or a shirt as merch. A cap maybe. Sticker, shirt, cap. And then something. No. Lol. Okay. Lol is lol. CYA. This might be something. Does CAP stand for? Is it like an acronym? ATM, but it's Ah. Let's try that. I don't know. Fuck. One away. Wait, what is it? Jot? Lash? Wit? Is it wit? Shred. Oh. Oh. Brow. Cap it. You cap something. Put a lid on something. You put a shirt. You shred something. Scrap. You put a pin. You put a ball. Put a ball. Place a ball on something. Wit. Lash. Lol. Oh God. I don't know. Cap. Lol. CYA. Cap. TIA. Jot? I'm just guessing though. Fuck. I don't know. Shred. Shred something? You lash out? Yeah. Scrap. Scrap. Oh, scrap something? You shred something? That's it though. You put a lid on it? You put a cap on it? Scrap. Shred. What? Huh. This is the only thing that I can go off of. Is jot something? Gotta be CYA, right? Cap. Lol. Oh, wait. Well, I guess that. Jot, I mean. Jot? No. Cap. Cap is not a. Fuck. Jot. Alright, I'm not guessing that anymore. Let's leave this to the side. Shirt, shred, jot, lot, pot. Lid, put a cap, lash. Shirt you can wear. Shirt you can put on. Sticker? You can stick on something. You can pin. Oh, sticker. A pin you can stick on something. Can you stick a ball on something? A cap? A brow? A wit? Oh no! Is wit some acronym? Ball is round. ATM. I can't. I can't. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Lid, cap, brow. I think so. If that is, then we can go lol, CYA, TIA. Sia, lol, Tia. I don't know. I can't. I can't. I'm gonna lose. I'm dead. Ah, it's lose for me day. Sticker. You stick on something. You pin something. You put a lid on something. Yes, put a scrap. I don't know. Ball. You bounce the ball. All right. All right. Let's do this. I think it's pin. Fuck! I think it's ATM. Put a lid on it. Put a cap on it. Scrap. The scrap is a little scrap. A scrap. A shirt. A shred. A scrap. A shred of evidence. A jot. You can jot down something. A little thing. A scrap. A shred and a wit. Ah! 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 Wait. 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 One remaining. Fuck. Sticker, shirt, pin. Sticker, shirt, pin. And a cap. No? Like merch? Oh! Oh. Oh! My God. I'm still in it. Boys and girls! Ha! 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 What was it? We tried ATM. Lid? That doesn't make any sense. If it's this, lash, ball, ATM, and brow. Did we try ATM? I feel like we did. Brow, ball, lash, and ATM. That makes no sense. Lash, ball, spall, fall, all. It's brow, row, brow, brow, brow. Wow. Lash, clash. Maybe extra word or missing words. Lid, ball, bolly, ball. Atmosphere. Lol, CYA. ID, brow. Lash, bolly, lol. This one, right? Fuck me. Stop. Eyeball, eyebrow, eyelash, eyelid. Oh, fuck. Texting abbreviations. I didn't try ATM. I thought that's just a. What is ATM at the moment? God damn it. Oh, Rude Noise got it. What the fuck? How'd you do that? All right. We can do this, right? Eyeball. This. That. Other. Those. Wait. There. My. There. They. He. She. It. You. yourself, myself, they, over there, over, them, here, them, they, those people, are, be, near, they, them, he, she, it, we. Stop. We, our, me, we tried. They, them, over there, that, him, her, himself, grammar, away. No. They, them, they, those, that, group. What other pronouns are there? Object, subject, no, word, pronoun, is, ought, may, might, aha, maybe, perhaps, aha, could, would, should. Wait, it didn't register my should. Wait, why is should here and then, oh, okay, never mind. To, is not considered a word, apparently. To, many, much, most, few, least. All right, so they, them, it, might, could be, possible, possibly, therefore, oh, must, wherefore, well, that's not how you spell it, wherefore, oh, that is how you spell it. So, in conclusion, in, so, therefore, because, reason, however, ergo, vis-a-vis, is that a word? Yet, logic, however, so, however, unfortunately, fortunately, sincerely, however, but, because we did try is. Apparently is not a word. Look, I'm gonna try it later. Oh wait, what was not a word? Oh, two was not a word. Two was not a word. Never, none, no, yes, still, exist. Try iz, is. Oh, whatever. Oh, whenever, ever, whomever, whoever, whomever, however, ever, never, despite, subsequently, whatsoever, everybody, everyone, all. We tried most, little, few, one. No. However, whomsoever. I've never used that word before. However, party. Well. Up. Next. Currently? At. No. However, despite. Conclude. Determine. For. From. Definitely. Oh, potentially. Definite. Should, we tried. Could, would. We did try that, right? Would. Could. Have. Had. Hold. However. So. Therefore. QED. Nevertheless. Oh shit. That's a good word. Follow. Alternatively. Reason. However. Because. Why? Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Because. So. I did it. However. I didn't mean to do it. Reason. Consequently. Consequence. Reasons. Innocent. Guilty. Huh. You got an A on the test. However, you failed the class. Fail. However. Leave. Time. Can. Oh, no. Am. It can be what? Whatever you want. Want. Make. Need. Desire. Must have. Possibly. Impossible. Possible. However, many. Let me try that. Though. Oh, I think you got it. I think you got it. Though or although. Fuck. I think it's although. God damn it. All right. No. Cause. Because. Why? Do we not try why? Who? What? Where? When? How? How come? Has. Then. Thus. Notably. Then there we try thusly. Imthustable. Subsequently. Alas! That's a good word. Well. Oh. Alas. Woe. Woe is me. No. Oh. God. Henceforth. Nope. Hence. Albeit. Conclusion that we tried. Forthwith. Nope. Shall. Wait. No. Oh, God. Will. Must. Shall. Ought. Ought not. Not. Indeed. Not. How is not so high? Never. No. None? We tried that. Not. Negative. Denial. Contrary. Indubitably. Not. Object. Object. Objection. Not. None. Never. Ever. I have no knowledge. Juxtaposition. Not. None. Never. False. Fuck. True. Claim. Truth. Claim. Lie. Not is very high. Not here. Everywhere. Not. None. Nor. Oh, we didn't try nor. Or. Fuck. Did we try and? Word not found. Antithesis. Serves. Servers? Serves. Without. Oh my god. With. Out. Within. Non. Sans. Neither. Either. Oh, either. Whoa, whoa. Neither, either, both? Neither is low, either is high. Either, both, none, not, opposite. Either, all. Not, either, or consider. Either or. Either this or that. Or the other. Or, like an ore that you row with. Or, like a metal ore. Factors. Oh, we're 2 words away. Either nothing, none, either 0. This is crazy. Maybe I think we tried. We must have tried that. It was a long time ago. May. Yeah. Nor we tried. Everything, we must have tried that. No, we didn't. Wait, did we not try that? All things, everything, everyone. I think we tried everyone. Mayhaps? Favorite word. Everywhere. Everything, everywhere, all at once. At once. Twice. Universal. It's gotta be like a very simple word. Those are the worst. Either, neither, bither, fither. ATM. Moment. Is the. Will it accept the? Oh, it does. Moment. Weather. I think you're right. I think you got this. Fuck. If. Then. Not. If. If is pretty high. C. Let. Let. C. Let's. Oh, wait. Wait. Samantha accepts apostrophes now? Look. Can I do don't? It works. Oh no. There's so many possible. I don't think those will be a word though. I don't think they'll use that as a Samantha word. Cannot. Fuck. Both we tried. None we tried. Thrice. All. These. Try that. These. Oh, we didn't. Oh, we tried that. Oh, we didn't. These ones. Ones. It's. These. Either. Fuck. Not. It's not. It's however. It's not. It's not what? It's not. Do we try were? Were. Are. Was. Your. Oh. Neither. We tried that, right? Options. Oh God. From. Someone free us from this game. We're trapped. No, none, make, made, in, out. Either way. Fuck. Which? Whichever. Huh. 18 minutes. Either. This is not a good day. Definitely. Let me try that. Definite. Either. Choose. Either way. Oh. Pick. Decide. Decide. Walk. Oh God. Can we do a hint? Oh yeah, you want a hint? I think we're at that point. There's like one more. It's not gonna help. Merely. Mere. Merely. Nearly. Nearly. Merely. Little. Barely. Bare. Simply. Oh! What? Good job. That was not expected. Yeah, anyway, actually not merely. All right. Good job, Nikki. We're saved. We're saved. Oh god. Oh god. All right. That must have been 20 minutes or so. Oh. All right. It is a simple word. Look at this. What's this? It's some food. You know it's legit because there's no like word, there's no wording on the packaging. A bonbon? Is it pineapple? Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's lemony. Yeah. Pretty lemony. Oh, it's kind of sticky actually. Okay. It's like a gelatin type of thing. And it's sprinkled with some sugar. Let me just try to carefully. Yum. No, no crunch at all. It's like a lemony gelatin, but a tough gelatin. It has a little bit of a give to, a little bit of a like toughness to it. But other than that, yeah, it's just sour, like a lemon, and sweet. I don't know. Nah, whatever. It's like a 6.1. Is there alcohol in it? I wish. All right. There's this. I have no idea what it is. I can't even. The packaging is like kind of very translucent. You can almost see what's inside, but I have no idea what's inside. Is it broken? It might be broken. All right, let's see. It says bonbon. All right. Colorful bonbon. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I thought it was going to be something sweet, but maybe not. Oh, it's like little snacks. Look. Looks delightful. Check it out. Yum. Yum. Oh, fuck. Yeah. All right. There are different ones, though. I see a seaweed one. Oh, this one also has seaweed. Look, it's like a little star. It has seaweed attached to it. Oh. It has a crunch to it. That's a 7 out of 10. It's it's kind of like those rice cakes. Kind of tough. And a little bit salty. Oh, look at this. That's a seaweed. I think probably gonna taste the same. That's seaweed, all right. Wait, what's this? Little kind of bean kind of thing. Little mini sushi. What is that? Peanut? Might be peanut. Oh, it's pretty good. Oh, look at this. Okay. I can shake it. There's a little nut inside. I can feel it. It's rolling around in there. Mmm. Yep. Peanut inside. Oh, it's pretty good. So salty, seaweed, nutty flavor. And it's also crunchy. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a solid 8.5 out of 10. We got a winner here. Look at this. There's also the silica gel. How about I eat that? Peanuts are awesome. Peanuts are pretty good. That might be my favorite nut. That or almonds. Those two are pretty good. Mm. All right, last one of this. Oh, look at this. Bunch of tori gates. Peanuts are better than almonds? I don't know. But I feel like I can eat more peanuts at once, like in one sitting, than I can eat almonds. Yeah. So if you're only eating one nut, so one peanut or one almond, they're around the same to me. So if you're eating like a lot, I feel like I can eat more peanuts than I can eat almonds. Cashews are better than almonds? Blah! Blah! We're in a rice cake type of day here. This is a big old rice cake. I don't think the tori gates are going to taste different. I bet it's going to be like those Chinese flavored rice cakes. Oh, a little bit of a toasty flavor. Hey. But otherwise, yeah, it's like those Chinese ones. Which are good. Okay. I ate the gate. Doesn't taste any different. All right. Yeah, nice amount of salt. A nice crunch. Very crispy. That's gotta be a 7.5, baby. But you know what? I think my favorite might be this one. Oh, look. You thought the drawing was on the wrapper? Yeah, no, it's directly on the cookie. I'm eating ink. All right. Pistachios are better than almonds. Ugh. Pistachio ice cream is good though. Oh my god, we took so long. It took a long time. I'm so sorry. Pecans are even better? Why are you listing shitty nuts? All right, you ready? What happened last week? So last week, remember the Dharma King takes Young Guo to meet Kublai Khan. All right, now Kublai Khan hosts this banquet where Young Guo gets to meet a few like strange martial artists. I feel like really, I guess they're powerful. They're supposed to be powerful martial arts masters. Um, the meeting becomes kind of tense because these newcomers they don't respect the Dharma King's title like as the like Mongolia's number one martial master and the defender of the realm and everything, right? So they seem to want to challenge him. Now, seeing his authority being questioned, the Dharma King can't have it, so he decides to challenge them. Yeah, he holds a single piece of beef with his chopsticks, all right, and he challenges anyone to grab it from him, to steal this piece of beef from my chopsticks. That's how the powerful people at the table there, they all try to get it, but none of them can. Okay, so they realize that the Dharma King is super strong. But at the end, some stranger bursts into the tent and just grabs the freaking meat from his hands and eats it. Now this newcomer, we find out, is Zhou Bo Tong. He's still alive and still acting like a kid. He effortlessly subdues the Mongol guards while eating more food from the table, and he's just like gorging himself. But once people recognize who he is, everyone invites him to stay, including Kublai Khan, because they're showing him respect, because they know that he's a powerful dude. But Zhou Bo Tong, he just wants to go and find Guo Jing, because he was invited by Guo Jing to the heroes' feast, and he's late. Now, Zhou Bo Tong sees Young Guo, and he immediately feels a strong bond with Young Guo, because he's the youngest person there. Okay, and he always likes young people. Everyone else there is old, including himself. Young Guo, now Young Guo mocks the Taoists of the Chenjin sect, okay, during the conversation. Now, even though Zhou Bo Tong is a senior of the Chenjin sect, he also laughs. He laughs. He finds the insults to his stuck-up subordinates super funny. Now he reveals that he was coming to the heroes' feast because Guo Jing summoned him to help defend against the Mongols, which is kind of a little bit awkward because they're all Mongols there. The Dharma King realizes that this guy is very strong and is going to be a big problem in the future. So he poisons him. Okay, he successfully poisons Zhou Bo Tong by giving him poisoned wine. But Zhou Bo Tong, undeterred, he just drinks more poisoned wine to fight poison with poison, I guess. And I guess it works. He spits the toxic wine back at them, and then he breaks the pole supporting the tent. He breaks it, and the tent collapses on top of everyone. Zhou Bo Tong runs away, but then he's seen. They see him in the distance arguing with these four mysterious figures, and they're wearing like ancient green robes. They accuse him of causing havoc, and they actually capture him. Okay, they did the old tried and true trick of the technique that always works. They go, oh look behind you, what's over there? And he turns around and they throw a net over him. And they capture him. Yang Guo and the other martial artists were curious at who could have captured this powerful guy. So we got so curious they actually go and follow the four people to see where they take him. And following these guys, they navigate through like rivers and mountain paths together, eventually arriving at this hidden valley. Now the four people, they see like a shack or a hut or a building or something. And the four people come out, they greet them, and they invite them in for some food. Unfortunately, it's all vegetarian food. And they explain that they are actually disciples of some master guy, and their master is about to get married. It seems like these disciples are kind of weird. They've never left this valley, or they don't do it much. because they don't know much of things that are happening outside the valley. In here, they don't eat meat, they don't drink, and they don't seem to do much for entertainment. Um, so the group, everyone else, the group, they find these people super boring. The disciples explain that for some reason, Jobo Tong one day came to their valley and he started like breaking things. We're not sure why. Maybe it was because they were ignoring him, or he had some other motive that we don't know about. Yeah, and that's where we left off. How's that? How did Guojing reach him? It's not as if Jobo Tong had an address. I have no idea. How do you call Jobo Tong? All right. Ready? Chapter 17. Secluded, passionless valley. Wait for him to check his DMs. Maybe. Maybe he has like a P.O. box. Passionless valley. Okay. So these people are going to be super boring. They have zero passion. The next morning, Young Guo awoke and stepped out of the stone hut. He had not seen clearly in last night's darkness. Now he found the surrounding grass and trees lush and glistening, blossoms blooming in profusion. The scenery along the way had already been lovely, but this place was an even rarer paradise. As he strolled, he saw cranes by the path, 2 or 3 at a time, herds of white deer, squirrels, and rabbits, all unafraid of people. The passionless valley where there is no ranch. No ranch? Oh no. Sounds horrible. Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Alright, sorry. After 2 turns in the path, the girl in green was picking flowers by the roadside. Seeing him approach, she called, "You're up early. Please have breakfast." What's up, Dan? How you doing? Oh, sorry. You only see my face. Hold on. Turns out there's also no text in the valley. Nope. Gonna listen to my voice. As she spoke, she plucked 2 blossoms from a tree and handed them to him. Young Guo accepted the flowers, puzzled. Can flowers be eaten? Yeah, cherry blossoms, right? But the young woman was already plucking the petals and placing them in her mouth. Mimicking her, he ate a few petals. They were fragrant and sweet, honeyed with a faint, mellow hint of wine. The taste lifted his spirits, yet after a few chews, a bitter flavor crept in. Oh no. Is he going to be poisoned? He felt reluctant to spit it out, but swallowing it also seemed difficult. He examined the tree and saw its branches bristled with tiny thorns. The petals, however, were stunningly beautiful, like lotus blossoms but more fragrant, like camellias but more vivid. He asked, "What flower is this? I've never seen it before. The girl said, This is called the passion flower. I hear it's rare in the world. Do you think it tastes good? Young Guo said, At first it's wonderfully sweet, but then it turns bitter. Passion flower? The name is quite fitting. As he spoke, he reached to pluck another. The girl said, Be careful. The tree has thorns. Don't touch them. Not sure about the translation. Passion flower? Young Guo avoided the sharp spikes on the branches and moved his hand cautiously, but hidden thorns behind the blossom still pricked his finger. The girl said, This valley is called the Passionless Valley, yet is full of passion flowers. Young Guo asked, Why is it called Passionless Valley? The name is unusual. The girl shook her head. I don't know what it means. It's an ancestral name. Papa might know the origin. They continued walking side by side. Oh, another member of the harem. Is she going to be invited into the harem? Young Guo breathed in the waves of floral fragrance. White rabbits and little deer bounded along the path. It's like a paradise, no? It's like the Garden of Eden. We just wandered into it. So adorable that his heart felt open and light. Naturally, he thought of Xiaolongnu. If Auntie were walking here with me, I'd be willing to stay forever and never leave this valley. Just as the thought formed, the spot where the thorn had pricked him flared with sudden, fierce pain. Oh, it is poisoned. The wound was tiny, yet the agony was extreme, as though someone had struck his chest with a giant hammer. He couldn't help crying out and quickly put his finger into his mouth to suck the wound. The girl said calmly, You were thinking about the one you love, weren't you? Startled that she had guessed, Young Guo flushed. How did you know? She said, If you're pricked by a passion flower thorn, you must not stir thoughts of longing for 12 hours. Otherwise, the pain becomes unbearable. Oh, this is why they have no feelings and no entertainment. They're all boring. They keep getting plucked. They keep getting pricked by this tree. Young Guo was amazed. Is there truly such a strange thing in the world? She said, Papa says feelings are like that, sweet at first, then bitter in the end, and full of thorns. Even if you're extremely careful, you still end up hurt. Probably because the flower has these qualities. People gave it that name. Young Guo asked, Then why must one avoid longing within 12 hours? The girl said, Papa says the thorn's poison is harmless normally, but whenever someone stirs thoughts of affection, not only does the blood flow faster, it also produces certain things. When the thorn's poison encounters them, the pain becomes intolerable. Young Guo felt it made some sense, though he remained uncertain. They walked slowly to the sunny side of the mountain. Here the sunlight was warm, and the passion flowers bloomed early. By now they had already borne fruit. Some were green, some were red, some mottled with both colors. Each was covered in fine fuzz, like a caterpillar. Okay. Young Guo said, How beautiful the flowers are, yet the fruit is so ugly. The girl said, You can't eat the fruit. Some are sour, some spicy, some unbearably foul-smelling, enough to make you retch. Young Guo laughed. So, there isn't even one that's sweet as honey? The young woman gave him a glance. There are some, but you can't tell from the skin. Some of the ugliest ones are actually the sweetest, but the ugly ones aren't necessarily sweet either. You only know once you taste it. 9 out of 10 are bitter, so no one ever eats them. Are we talking about women here? Maybe love? My philosophical brain immediately was like, what does it mean to be sweet first, then bitter? What can this mean in life? Yeah. Probably talk about love, right? Young Guo thought, though she's talking about the passion flower, it's as if she's speaking of love between men and women. Does longing taste sweet at first, only to turn bitter in the end? Does a pair of lovers, even if deeply devoted, always end up with more sorrow than joy? And I, thinking of Auntie with such aching longing, will it also... The moment he thought of Xiaolongnu, his finger suddenly throbbed with sharp pain. His right arm trembled involuntarily, proving the girl's words true. Seeing his reaction, her lips twitched as if she wanted to laugh, but she restrained herself. The morning sun slanted across her face, revealing delicate brows and clear features, her fair skin tinged with rose, strikingly lovely. Oh no, he is a teenager after all. Oh wait, so with this plant, can we do like um like a little Pavlov's dog kind of thing to make us like uh forget about the person we love? Like if someone wanted to forget about their ex and but they're still in love, they might get pricked by this plant, and so whenever they think about her, they'll just start feeling pain, and then they'll just every time they think about it, they just associate it with pain, and then they are allowed to forget. You know what? You know what I mean? Do I need it? I don't need it. But maybe the people in this valley need it. Maybe that's why they're there. But it doesn't seem like these disciples have been outside the valley. So maybe not. Maybe their master, her papa, needs that plant. Seems kind of culty. Maybe. Young Guo said with a smile, I once heard a story. Long ago, some king lit the beacon fires to amuse a peerless beauty, losing his kingdom for the sake of a single smile. It shows how rare a smile is. Ancient or modern, it's all the same. Teased like this, the girl could no longer hold back. She finally let out a bright, tinkling laugh. Young Guo had felt somewhat wary of her cold demeanor, but with that one laugh, the distance between them vanished by half. Wait, she laughed! Oh no, she's showing emotion. She's being entertained in this valley of non-entertainment. He said, people say a beauty's smile can topple cities, and her second smile topples nations, but a beauty has something even rarer than her smile. She widened her eyes. What is that? Young Guo said. Her name. To see a beauty even once is already fated fortune. To see her grace you with a smile requires your ancestors' accumulated virtue over 3 generations. Before he finished, she burst into laughter again. Young Guo continued solemnly, but for a beauty to reveal her lovely name, why, that requires your ancestors of 18 generations to have amassed boundless hidden merit. What is going on? I'm no beauty, she said. No one in this valley has ever called me pretty. Why tease me so? Young Guo sighed. Hey, no wonder this valley is called Passionless Valley. But in my opinion, it should be renamed. To what? Blind Man's Valley. She blinked. Why? Young Guo said, You're so beautiful, yet they never praise you? Doesn't that mean everyone living here must be blind? Yep. Another one for the harem. The girl laughed again, light and musical. In truth, though her looks were certainly fine, she could not compare with Xiaolongnu, and she was slightly less soft than Cheng Ying, less sprightly than Lu Shuang. Yet she had her own clear, graceful air. No one had ever praised her beauty. not because she lacked it, but because those of her sect practiced an ascetic, near-Buddhist discipline. They met each other with cold restraint. Even if someone admired her, no one dared say so aloud. Today she met Yang Guo, a lively, mischievous soul who, the more aloof she appeared, the more determined he was to tease away that distant, unfeeling facade. His words delighted her, and she said with a smile, More more likely you're the blind one, mistaking an ugly girl for a beauty. Yang Guo kept a straight face. Perhaps I am mistaken. Still, for the valley to remain at peace, you mustn't laugh. The girl asked, Why not? Yang Guo said, The ancient phrase about smiles toppling cities and nations actually used the wrong character. It shouldn't be nation, but valley. The girl bent slightly in laughter. Thank you. Don't tease me anymore, all right? Yang Guo saw the graceful sway of her waist and the light tremor of her upper body, and his heart stirred. Something else stirring, too. But that heartbeat had barely moved when pain stabbed again through his finger. Seeing him shake his hand repeatedly, the girl felt a flicker of annoyance. I'm talking to you, and you're thinking of the one you love. Yang Guo said, Wrongly accused! I'm thinking of my throbbing finger, yet you scold me. Her face flushed scarlet. Then she suddenly turned and ran off. As the words left his mouth, Yang Guo already regretted them. I'm devoted to Auntie, yet why can't I change this unruly habit of mine? Yang Guo, you little rascal, stop talking nonsense. By nature, he carried a touch of his father's frivolous charm. He meant no harm, yet he delighted in exchanging a few teasing words with any young girl he met, stirring her heart and confusing her thoughts. It pleased him greatly. The girl had run several paces when she suddenly stopped beneath a passion-flower tree. She lowered her head and stood there, dazed. After a moment, she turned back with a faint smile. If an ugly girl tells you her name, that means your ancestors of 18 generations must have done too many wicked deeds, bringing misfortune upon you. Yang Guo walked closer and smiled. You insist on speaking in reverse. If my ancestors did so much good, then their descendant, that's me, should be rewarded with something good. What is he saying? Even these few words were praising her beauty. Her face flushed slightly, and she whispered, I'll tell you, but you mustn't repeat it to anyone else, and don't ever call me by it in front of others. Do her fellow disciples not know her name? Yang Guo stuck out his tongue. If I offend a beauty, wouldn't that doom me to die without sons? She laughed softly. My papa's surname is Gongsun. She still refused to say her name directly, leading in a circle. Yang Guo cut in. Then, what's your given name? Wait, do we know Gongsun? How come that sounds familiar? She pressed her lips together in a smile. That I don't know. Papa once gave his only daughter a name, Lue. Lue? Yang Guo praised. The name is as lovely as the person. She just doesn't want others to know that she told him her name? Is that all? Yang Guo asked, And if I do? Gongsun Lue sighed. If he learns I smiled at you, and even told you my name, I don't know how he'd punish me. Yang Guo said, I've never heard of such a strict father. His daughter smiles at someone, and that's already forbidden? With such a beautiful, jade-like daughter, how could he not cherish you? Hearing this, her eyes reddened. Papa cherished me once, but since my mother died when I was 6, he's grown harsher and harsher. Now that he's taking a new wife, I don't know how he'll treat me. 2 tears rolled down as she spoke. We haven't met these folks yet? Okay. Young Guo tried to comfort her. Oh, he'll be happy after the wedding. Surely he'll treat you better. Lua shook her head. I'd rather he treat me more harshly than marry a new mother. Yang Guo, having lost his own parents early, didn't fully grasp such feelings, but he wanted to cheer her up. Your new mother can't be half as pretty as you. Is that all he's got? He's praising her beauty over and over again? Lua quickly said, You're wrong. My new mother truly is a beauty. Papa, yesterday we captured that old fellow surnamed Joe. If Papa hadn't been busy preparing for the wedding, he never would have let that old urchin escape again. Yang Guo exclaimed in surprise and delight. Old urchin escaped again? Lua frowned slightly. Of course. They talked for a while as the sun rose higher. Suddenly, Lua startled. You'd better go back. If my senior brothers see us talking together, they'll report to my father. Yang Guo felt a sudden pity for her situation. He took her hand with his left, and with his right he gently patted the back of her hand in comfort. Gratitude shone in Gongsun Lua's eyes. She lowered her head, her face suddenly blooming crimson. Yang Guo feared he might think of Xiaolong Nu again and trigger the pain, so he hurried back to the stone hut. Wait, doesn't that mean he's thinking about her right now? I fear I might think of her. Wait, I'm thinking of her. No. Before he even entered, he heard Ma Guangzhuo shouting, complaining that clear water and green vegetables could never fill a stomach, and that being fed these strange petals, neither sweet nor bitter, was practically murder. Yin Kushi laughed. Ha ha ha! Brother Ma, whatever treasures you carry, you'd best hide them well. It seems this valley master may harbor ill intentions. Ma Guangzhou didn't realize he was being mocked and nodded repeatedly. Yang Guo stepped inside and saw plates piled high with passion flower petals on the stone table. Man, they're eating hella a lot of these petals. You guys use hella? Like this hella flowers here? There's hella petals. I think that started in California, maybe Northern California, and then it spread to the rest of the country. I used to say it hella. I used to say it a lot when I was young. I've toned down somewhat. Everyone wore bitter faces. He remembered that even the mighty Golden Wheel King. What? Why do they keep... Golden Wheel Dharma King had once suffered from these passion flowers and couldn't help but laugh to himself. He picked up a cup and drank 2 mouthfuls of water. Footsteps sounded outside, and a man in green entered, bowing with clasped hands. The Valley Master invites the 6 honored guests to meet him. King Jinlun. This is the Dharma King, right? God damn it. Nemo Xing and the others were all masters of their respective sects. Wherever they went, hosts personally greeted them from afar. Even Kublai, the 4th prince of the Mongols, treated them with respect. They had not expected that in this remote valley, the master would be so discourteous. Each felt a surge of resentment, thinking, when we meet this so-called valley master, we'll show him our strength. Okay. What do you guys think? Is this guy super strong? He must be, right? Following the green-robed guide around the mountain, they walked for several li until a broad stretch of lush bamboo appeared ahead. Bamboo was rare in the north, yet let alone such a vast grove. The seven passed through it, breathing in a fragrance. Faint fragrance. Their worldly vexations seemed to fade. Once through, a sudden rush of sweet scent met them. Endless narcissus flowers carpeted the ground. A shallow pond, less than a foot deep, stretched before them, filled entirely with narcissus. These were southern blossoms. How had they grown atop a mountain, between the passes of Luo and Guan? The Dharma King thought, there must be some warm spring beneath these peaks, warming the earth in an unusual way. Hella strong. Yeah, hella strong. Wooden stakes stood in the pond every few feet. The green-robed guide swayed lightly and stepped across them. The six followed suit. Only Ma Guangzhou, big-bodied and poor in lightness skill, couldn't leap 4 or 5 feet in one stride. After knocking over several stakes, he simply splashed through the water. At the end of the flagstone path, they saw a large stone house built on the shaded side of the mountain. As they approached, 2 servants in green stood at the door, dusk wisps in hand. One went in to report, the other opened the door to receive them. Young Guo wondered, will the Valley Master come out to greet us? Before the thought settled, a green-robed elder with long beard emerged. All right. The elder was extremely short, barely 4 feet tall. Holy shit. That's shorter than me. With features sharp and unusual, and most striking of all, a beard that trailed all the way to the ground. He wore a dark green cloth robe, belted with a green grass rope. Altogether a queer appearance. Young Guo thought, the Valley Master looks so old, yet he fathered such a beautiful daughter. The old man bowed deeply. Honored guests, your presence graces us. Please come in for tea. At the word tea, Ma Guangzhou frowned deeply. Tea? Who doesn't have tea? Why must we come all the way here for it? The elder did not understand, glanced at him, and invited them in. Nemo Xing thought, I'm a dwarf, but this Valley Master is even shorter. Still, short or not, what matters is whose martial arts are stronger. He stepped forward, reaching out with a smile. A pleasure, a pleasure. Grasping the elder's hand, he immediately applied pressure. The others stepped back, knowing a test of strength between masters was no trivial matter. Hella short. Hella. Nemo Xing applied 2 parts of his strength. The elder neither resisted nor countered, which puzzled him. He added 2 more parts. The hand felt like gripping hardwood. He added 2 more. The elder's face flickered, faintly green, but his hand remained stiff as wood. Nemo Xing was astonished. He dared not use his final strength for fear the elder might suddenly counter and overwhelm him. He laughed and released the hand. Do you think it's because the elder eats those flowers? The Dharma King followed. Seeing Nemo Xing fail to gauge the elder's ability, he thought, since I can't read his depth, there is no need to act rashly. He pressed his palms together and walked inside calmly. Xiao Xiangzi and Yin Kuxi entered after him. Next came Ma Guangzhou, fascinated by the elder's beard trailing on the floor, and hungry and irritable after eating nothing but those petal dishes. His hunger and anger flared together. As he entered, he suddenly thrust out a large foot and stepped on the tip of the long beard. Not cool. The elder remained expressionless. Honored guest, be careful. Ma Guangzhou planted his other foot as well. So what? The elder gave a slight shake of his head. Ma Guangzhou lost his balance and toppled backward. Wah! A man of such size falling was no small matter. Tripped him with his beard. Young Guo, last in line, quickly stepped forward, supporting him with a palm on the rear and channeling force to propel him upright into the hole. Ma Guangzhou steadied himself, dazedly rubbing his backside. The elder acted as if nothing had happened. He invited the six to sit on the west side of the main hall and called out loudly, "The honored guests have arrived. May the Valley Master come forth." That wasn't even him. Yang Guo and the others were startled. So this dwarf isn't the Valley Master after all. A dozen men and women in green robes emerged from the rear hall and lined up to the left. Gongsun Luo stood among them. After another moment, a man stepped out from behind the screen. He bowed to the six guests, then casually took the seat to the east. The long-bearded elder stood at his side with lowered hands. From his bearing, this man was clearly the Valley Master. Okay, so if this dwarf guy is that strong, then the Valley Master must be hella strong. He looked about 45 or 46, handsome in feature and graceful in manner. With just that single bow and his seated posture, he carried an air of effortless authority. Yet his skin was waxen, his face haggard, not at all like a man of extraordinary martial strength. Because he'd been living in this passionless valley for way too long. As soon as he sat, several green-clad boys offered tea. The entire hall was furnished in green, while the Valley Master himself wore a brand new robe of sapphire silk, strikingly bright amid the sea of green. With a flick of his sleeve, the Valley Master lifted his bowl and said, "Honored guests, please take tea." Ma Guangzhou saw the tea was icy cold, with only 2 or 3 leaves floating on top. I should sound more haggard, right? It must have been unbearably weak. He burst out, "Master of the house, you won't eat meat, and you won't even drink proper tea. No wonder you look so sickly." Yeah, even the tea is not good. What the? Alright, maybe it's not the Garden of Eden. This seems like hell, guys. I would not live here. Alright. Good time for a break. 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. You know what the break song for this episode should be? It's like silence to fit with the valley here. Or maybe just like a single tone. It's a cool song. I'll post it in the chat. Just for you. All right. How do I do this? The Valley Master's face did not move. He took a sip and said, Our valley has been vegetarian for hundreds of years. Ma Guangzhou said, "What good does that do? Does that make you immortal?" The Valley Master said, "Since my ancestor moved here in the time of Emperor Xuanzong of Tang, none of his descendants have dared break the vegetarian precept." The Golden Wheel Dharma King clasped his hands. "So, your venerable house has been here since the Tianbao era. Truly, your lineage is long enduring." The Valley Master returned the salute. I dare not claim so. Suddenly, Xiao Xiangzi said in a strange, distorted voice. Distorted? Then, did your ancestor ever meet young Guifei? The sound was so peculiar that Nimo Xing, Yin Kuxi, and the others, though used to his speech, found it odd, and all turned to look at him. What they saw startled them even more. His stiff, corpse-like face had completely changed, becoming even more ghastly. The Dharma King, Nemo Xing, and the rest felt a twinge of dread. So, his inner strength is this formidable, enough to alter his appearance. Is he secretly gathering power to strike at the Valley Master? They each grew wary. The Valley Master replied, My forebear indeed held office during Emperor Xuanzong's reign. He grew disgusted with young Guo Zhong's corruption and withdrew here in anger. Xiao Xiangzi let out a gurgling laugh. Then your ancestor must have drunk young Weifei's foot bath water. What? They did that? Back in the day? They did that too? At those words, everyone in the hall changed color. This was clearly a challenge thrown at the Valley Master, and a fight could break out at any moment. The Dharma King and the others were astonished. This young Xiao Xiangzhu is usually the slyest of us, always getting others to take the lead. Why is he so aggressively bold today? Yang Guifei was an actual person? Yeah, wasn't she like super beautiful or something? The Valley Master ignored him and gestured to the long-bearded elder behind him. The elder said loudly, The Valley Master respects you as guests and treats you with courtesy. How can you speak such nonsense? Xiao Xiangzi gave another gurgling laugh. Your ancestor must have drunk the imperial concubine's foot bath water. If he didn't, I'll cut off my head for you. What? Ma Guangzhou was baffled. Brother Xiaoxiang, how do you know? Were you drinking alongside him back then? Xiao Xiangzi burst into loud laughter, his voice shifting yet again. If he hadn't drunk so much of it that he ruined his stomach, why wouldn't he eat meat? Ma Guangzhou clapped and laughed. That's right. That's right. Must be the reason. But the king, the Dharma King, and the others frowned deeply. Such words were excessive. A person's foot habits... Sorry. A person's food habits were their own business. How could they be mocked? And besides, the 6 of them had ventured deep into the valley. It was obvious their hosts were no simple folk. Even if they were to fight, they ought to leave themselves some room. The long-bearded elder could endure no more. He strode to the center of the hall and said, Sir Xiao Xiang, our valley has not offended you. Since you insist on testing skills, clear the floor. Okay. Yang Guifei was beautiful and loved taking flower-infused baths. Gotcha. Xiao Xiangzi said, Good. He leapt, chair and all, over the table before him, landing with a thump in the middle of the hall. Long-bearded old man, what's your name? You know mine, but I don't know yours. If we fight like this, it's unfair. I can't possibly take such a loss. His words half made sense and half did not. The long-bearded elder grew even angrier, yet seeing Xiao Xiangzi soar with chair in hand, his movement light and ethereal, his wariness deepened. The valley master said, "Go on, speak with him. It doesn't matter." The long-bearded elder said, "Very well. My surname is Fun. My name, Yi Wang. Stand up and receive my move." Xiao Shangzi said, "What weapon do you use? Take it out and let me see." Fan Yiwang said, "You want to compare weapons? Fine." He stamped his right foot on the floor and shouted, "Bring it!" Two green-robed boys ran into the inner room and returned carrying a steel staff over 10 feet long with a dragon head carved at its tip. Oh, damn. And he's a dwarf, too. Yang Guo and the others were startled. Such a massive weapon. How could this short man wield it? But Xiao Shangzi paid no attention. He took out a huge pair of scissors. Huh. Another guy who fights with scissors. From beneath his long robe. Are these the same scissors? Who is this guy? Do you know what these scissors are for? Is he in disguise? The others merely found the shears odd, but Yang Guo was shocked. Without reaching for the pouch at his waist, he could feel its weight was gone. The big shears, made by Smith Feng for cutting Li Mocho's whisk, how did this corpse-faced fellow steal them at night without my sensing it? Oh. Fan Yiwang received the steel staff and slammed it onto the floor. The vast stone-walled hall boomed, the echoes rolling, the display astonishing. Xiao Xiangzi lifted the shears with his right hand, his fingers straining just to open and close them. "Hey, short-bearded fellow, don't you want to know the name of my treasured shears? Shall I teach you?" Fan Yiwang snapped. "Such an unorthodox weapon. How could it have any elegant name?" Xiao Shangzi laughed. "Ha ha ha ha. True, the name is hardly elegant. It's called the dog fur shears." Yang Guo was displeased. "A perfectly good tool. Why give it such an ugly name?" Xiao Shangzi added, "I knew there was a long-bearded freak here, so I had these shears made specially to clip your beard." That's pretty funny. Ma Guangzhou and Nimo Xing roared with laughter. Yin Kuxi and even Yang Guo couldn't help but chuckle. Only the Golden Wheel Dharma King, seated opposite the Valley Master, remained solemn, as though he heard nothing at all. Fan Yiwang lifted his staff and gave it a light swing, stirring a gust of wind. "My beard is indeed too long. If you wish to play barber, that suits me well. Come!" Xiao Xiangzi tilted his head back, staring vacantly at the beams, as though he hadn't heard. Suddenly, his right arm shot forward like lightning. With a sharp click, the shears snapped toward Fan Yiwang's beard. Fan Yiwang never expected an attack while the man was still seated. It was too late to dodge. He braced the staff on the floor and flipped upward, tumbling more than 10 feet high, while the staff remained planted. Xiao Xiangzi's strike was incredibly fast. Fan Yiwang's evasion equally so. Both displayed peak mastery in an instant. Yet Fan Yiwang had been caught off guard. He avoided the shears, but 3 strands of beard were clipped. Ooh, not good. Xiao Xiangzi was delighted. He lifted the strands with his left hand, blew lightly, and the 3 hairs shot toward the tea bowl on the table. With a crack, the bowl toppled and shattered on the floor. Yang Guo and the others knew it was nothing but a blast of internal energy. The hairs had no such strength. Ma Guangzhou, unaware, shouted, "Xiao Shangzhi, your beard is amazing!" Xiao Shangzi laughed, snapping the shears open and close. Shortbeard, want to try my dog fur shears again? Though he laughed aloud, not a muscle on his face moved. What? Is he disguised or what? The others grew uneasy. To reach such a level of inner cultivation, joy and anger unseen, expression unmoving, yet this grotesque smiling mask was truly terrifying. No one dared to look at him for long. Humiliated, Fan Yiwang bowed to the valley master. Master, I can no longer treat him with guestly courtesy. Yang Guo was puzzled. This dwarf is far older than the valley master. How is he calling him master? The valley master nodded lightly and waved his left hand. Fan Yiwang swept the steel staff in a wide arc. With a whoosh, it hurtled toward Xiao Shangzi's chair. Short though he was, his strength was immense. The 100-plus-pound staff carved through the air with fierce power. Yang Guo and the others had traveled with Xiao Shangzi, but none truly knew the extent of his abilities. They now watched intently. The steel staff swept toward the chair leg, missing it by less than half a foot. Xiao Shangzi let his left arm drop, reaching for the staff's tip, while the shears opened to snip at Fan Yiwang's beard. Fan Yiwang was furious. Who dare look down on me so? He jerked his head aside, beard swinging free, yet the staff still swept toward Xiao Shangzi's hand and struck it squarely. Everyone cried out and rose to their feet, certain Xiao Shangzi's hand must be crushed. But Fan Yiwang felt his staff sink, as though striking water, soft, yielding. Alarmed, he pulled back, but Xiao Shangzi twisted his wrist and had already seized the staff head. What's going on? Fan Yiwang felt the weapon being yanked inward. He drove the staff forward with fierce strength, certain Xiao Shangzi would be forced from his chair. But the man suddenly sprang, chair and all, veering left so the strike missed. His fingers, however, had to release the staff. Fan Yiwang spun the staff above his head and swung it down toward his opponent. Xiao Shangzi leapt more than 10 feet straight up, chair included, passing right over the blow. The spectator gasped. The feat was uncanny. Though seated, he moved as lightly as if weightless. Realizing his opponent's skill was astonishing, Fan Yiwang focused fully. The staff swept with roaring wind. Striking Xiao Shangzi himself might be difficult, but shattering the chair would give him the advantage. But Xiao Shangzi's movements were ghost-like. The shears snapped open and shut at Fan Yiwang's beard, while his left hand repeatedly snatched for the staff. The two rolled and darted through the hall, exchanging dozens of moves in moments. They seemed evenly matched, yet Xiao Shangzi had not once left his chair, clearly toying with his opponent. The Golden Wheel Dharma King and the others were secretly startled. Who would have thought this corpse-faced creature possessed such skill? After several more exchanges, Fan Yiwang's staff kept sweeping low. Xiao Shangzi bounded with chair in hand. Its legs thudded on the floor faster and faster. The valley master suddenly called, Don't strike the chair, or you won't be able to handle him. Aha. Fan Yiwang froze, then understood. Only because he remains seated can I barely match him. If he stands, my beard will be gone in a few moves. His staff technique suddenly changed, fierce, rapid. A whirl of silver enveloped the short man with the long beard, while outside the silver blur, a corpse-like figure bounced in a chair. It was a bizarre sight. The valley master saw Xiao Shangzi was intentionally playing with him. If this continued, Fan Yiwang would certainly lose. He rose leisurely and said, Yiwang, you are no match for this gentleman. Stand down. Fan Yiwang obeyed instantly. Yes! He thrust the staff forward, preparing to disengage. But Xiao Shangzi cried, "No, you don't!" He sprang from the chair, diving straight at the staff. With a crack, the staff smashed the chair into pieces. But Xiao Shangzi had already grasped the shaft with his left hand, planted his left foot, and snapped the shears open, catching Fan Yiwang's beard between the blades. One squeeze, and the magnificent beard would be gone. But Fan Yiwang's long beard was itself a formidable soft weapon. Oh yeah? Wielded like a whip or chain. His head twitched, yet the beard flipped back, slipping free of the shears and looping instead around them. He jerked his head backward, pulling the shears upward with powerful force. Oh shit, he'd fight with his beard. Xiao Shangzi cried, "Aiyo! Old dwarf, your beard is truly impressive. I, Xiao Shangzi, submit to you." One beard entangled the shears, one hand gripped the staff. They were locked together, unable to break apart. Xiao Shangzi only laughed. How amusing! How amusing! Suddenly, a gray blur flickered at the doorway. A figure shot inside with blinding speed, both palms thrusting at Xiao Shangzi's back. The Valley Master shouted, "Who is it?" The ambush was swift and ruthless, certain to land. But Xiao Shangzi flipped his left palm beneath him, redirecting the force with a lift. The attacker snarled, "You damned creature! I'll fight you to the death!" Who is that? Yang Guo and the others stared, astonished. They all cried out, "Xiao Shangzi!" The attacker who had rushed in was also Xiao Shangzi. How had one person become two? And why was he assaulting his own double? For a moment, all were utterly baffled. So it is a disguise. Unless he has like some weird martial arts technique. They looked more closely. The man tangled with Fan Yiwang wore Xiao Shangzi's robe, hat, and shoes exactly. His face was corpse-like, but entirely different from Xiao Shangzi's usual features. The newcomer, however, had Xiao Shangzi's true face, but wore the green robe of the valley. Hold on. He clawed at the scissors wielder's back like a bird of prey, shouting, "What kind of hero strikes from behind?" Fan Yiwang saw unexpected help arrive. Though the man wore valley colors, he did not recognize him. Still, he withdrew with his staff, watching the two corpse-faced figures fighting fiercely. Fighting fiercely? By now, Yang Guo had understood. The scissors-wielding figure had stolen his human skin mask, put it on, and switched clothing with Xiao Shangzi to cause chaos in the hall. Since Xiao Shangzi normally looked half dead already, no one noticed the impostor at first. Yang Guo often wore the mask, but never knew how he himself looked in it, and he dared not stare at Cheng Ying when she wore hers. Thus, he had not recognized the deception. After observing carefully, he recognized the impersonator's moves and shouted, "Zhou Tong, return my mask and scissors!" He leapt to the center of the hall, reaching for the giant shears. The impostor was indeed Zhou Tong. Earlier, he had been caught off guard and trapped in a fishing net by 4 disciples of the valley. But his skills were vast. The moment the 4 loosened their guard, he broke free. Hiding among the stones, he decided to stir up havoc in the valley. He's using Bunshin? Yeah. When he saw the 6 newcomers arrive late at night, he ambushed them, sealed Xiao Shangzi's acupoint, dragged him out of the stone house, stripped off his clothes, and put him on. His lightness skill was unmatched. He moved without a trace. Xiao Shangzi, caught while asleep, noticed nothing, and even the Golden Wheel Dharma King and the others sensed no disturbance. Well, they kind of suck. After switching clothes, Zhou Botong returned to the stone house and lay down beside Yang Guo. He then casually stole the shears and mask from Yang Guo's pack. At dawn, none of them noticed anything amiss. Xiao Xiangzi spent hours trying to break the acupoint seal. Zhou Botong's technique was formidable. It took him 3 full hours before he regained control of his limbs. Enraged, left in only his undergarments, he knocked out a passing green-robed disciple, took his clothing and boots, and rushed to the stone hall, where he saw someone dressed in his own garments, locked in fierce combat with Fan Yiwang. His fury exploded. He struck with both palms, hurling himself at the impostor. Zhou Botong saw Yang Guo rushing in to seize the scissors. Instantly, he used his art of ambidextrous combat. His left palm extended and withdrew to fend off Yang Guo, while his right hand wielded the enormous shears, opening and closing to keep Xiao Xiangzi at bay. When the shears opened, the blades gaped nearly 2 feet wide. If they clamped around a neck, a single squeeze would separate head from body. Xiao Xiangzi was furious, but dared not rush in recklessly. The Valley Master had already been secretly impressed when Zhou Botong fought Fan Yiwang. Seeing him now battle 2 foes at once, like a single man split in 2, he compared it to his own yin-yang twin blade technique, which vaguely resembled it, yet could not achieve such true dual-minded coordination. He also noted Xiao Xiangzi's iron-clawed ferocity, and Yang Guo's elegant, refined movements, ethereal even in combat. The world is indeed full of talent, he thought. These 2 old eccentrics are remarkable, and this youth, though his inner strength is shallow, moves with exceptional grace. He raised his voice. Gentlemen, please, stay your hands. Yang Guo and Xiao Xiangzi leapt back at once. Zhou Botong tore off the human skin mask and tossed the scissors back to Yang Guo. Enough fun! I'm off, he shouted. With a push of his legs, he shot up towards the rafters. The valley disciples cried out in uproar when the intruder revealed his true face. Gongsun Luwu shouted, Papa, it's that old man! Zhou Botong straddled the beam overhead, laughing wildly. The beam hung nearly 30 feet above the ground. Though many in the hall were martial experts, none could leap up so effortlessly. Fan Yiwang, senior disciple of the valley, and older even than the valley master, ranked second only to him in skill. Having been mocked again and again by Zhou Botong, how could he not burn with anger? His short, sturdy body excelled at climbing. He sprang up, clutched a pillar, and scaled it like a monkey. Zhou Botong loved nothing more than someone joining him in mischief. Seeing Fan Yiwang climb up delighted him. Before the man even reached the beam, Zhou Botong stretched out a hand to help him. Fan Yiwang never imagined the gesture was sincere. Seeing the hand extended, he jabbed straight at Zhou Botong's Daling acupoint on the wrist. Zhou Botong felt a faint sensation and instantly relaxed his muscles, sealing off the point. Fan Yiwang's jab sank into softness like striking cotton. He quickly withdrew his hand. Zhou Botong flipped his palm and slapped the back of Fan Yiwang's hand with a crisp smack. 1 basket of wheat, 2 baskets of wheat. Brother and little brother pack the wheat. Fan Yiwang was livid. He whipped his head, sending his long beard lashing toward Zhou Botong's chest. Zhou Botong heard the fierce whistle of its force and pushed off with his left foot, swinging away. Hanging by one hand from the beam, he rocked back and forth like a child on a swing. Xiao Xiangzi knew Fan Yiwang was no match for Zhou Botong. Even if he joined forces, victory was uncertain. He turned to Nimo Xing and Ma Guangzhou. Brothers Ni and Ma, this old fellow doesn't take any of us seriously. He's mocking all 6 of us. Nemo Xing, hot-tempered and easily provoked, and Ma Guangzhou, muddle-headed and unable to distinguish sense from nonsense, both believed him. They roared in fury and leapt toward the beam, grabbing for Zhou Botong's legs. Zhou Botong kicked left and right, knocking their hands aside. Xiao Xiangzi said coldly to Yin Kuxi, "Brother Yin, will you truly just stand there and watch?" Yin Kuxi smiled faintly. "Brother Xiaoxiang, you go first. I shall follow in your footsteps." Xiao Xiangzi gave a piercing, eerie shriek that chilled everyone, then suddenly leapt. His knees did not bend. His entire body was stiff as a board, arms extended straight forward, clawing at Zhou Botong's abdomen. Zhou Botong shrank into a tight ball like a cat, switching hands on the beam. Xiao Xiangzi missed, could not stay suspended, and fell to the ground. His rigid body hit the floor with a thump, but he sprang up again and leapt once more. On the beam, Fan Yiwang swung his beard in sweeping arcs. Xiao Xiangzi, Nimo Xing, and Ma Guangzhou attacked one after another, striking and falling in chaotic waves. Yin Kuxi laughed. "This old fellow truly has skill. I'll join the fun as well." He reached into his robe, and suddenly the hall glittered with jewels and gold. He held a soft whip woven from gold and silver threads, studded with precious stones, surely unique in the martial world. The jeweled whip shimmered as he snapped it toward Zhou Botong's lower leg. Yang Guo watched with relish. 5 men using their best skills to surround the old mischief maker. If I don't produce something unexpected, I won't be worthy of being called capable. He slipped the human skin mask over his face, imitated Xiao Xiangzi's eerie shriek, and snatched up Fan Yiwang's discarded steel staff. With a single vault, he soared into the air. The staff's great length added to his reach. In an instant, he was level with Zhou Botong. "Old mischief maker, watch the shears!" he cried, snapping the giant scissors toward Zhou Botong's white beard. Zhou Botong was delighted. He tilted his head aside and laughed. "Ha ha 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 ha! Little brother, that trick of yours is splendid." Yang Guo said, "Old mischief maker, I've never offended you. Why tease me like this?" Zhou Botong laughed. "You got your share in return. You haven't lost a thing. You've gained instead." Yang Guo blinked. "What do you mean, gained?" Zhou Botong chuckled. "I'll keep that secret for now." Seeing Yin Kuxi's jeweled whip reaching him, he snatched at it. Yin Kuxi tried to reverse the whip to strike Zhou Botong's back, but misjudged and fell back down. Zhou Botong said, "You flashy dead serpent! Bright and colorful, but still fun to play with." At that moment, Fan Yiwang's long beard swept toward him again. Zhou Botong hung from the beam with both hands, relying entirely on the beard to attack. Zhou Botong laughed. "So that big beard of yours has this use?" Imitating the man, he flicked his own beard forward, but his beard was far shorter than Fan Yiwang's, and he had never trained it into a weapon. With a swish, the old man's beard slapped across his cheek instead, raising thin red welts that burned fiercely. He had his inner strength been any weaker, he would have fainted on the spot. The old urchin took the pain without anger, and even felt a surge of admiration. "Longbeard, my beard can't match yours. I concede. We needn't compete anymore." Fan Yiwang had scored a hit, yet refused to stop while he had the advantage. His beard lashed out again. Zhou Botong dared not meet it with his own, and sent out a drifting, empty fist with his left hand. The airy wind pushed Fan Yiwang's beard aside, right as Ma Guangzhou leapt in to attack, the long beard brushing straight across his face. All right. And end at a little cliffhanger here. How'd you guys like that? Okay, this valley has got me a little interested. No? I was wondering what was going to happen next. It was compelling, I think. I wonder who these guys are. Or maybe they're just maybe they're not related to anyone else that we know. They're just them. Creepy Valley? Is it that creepy? I'm not sure it was that creepy. I wouldn't live there though. No. You love how chaotic this turned out? Hell yeah. Yeah. At first, all of the quote unquote minions, but they're not minions, the martial arts masters of the Mongols. Yeah, they all kind of blended in together. But I'm starting to see the differences between them. Each one of them has like a little thing that's different, which is good. And it's always good to see Jobo Tong again. All right. Well, tune in next time to see how the fight goes on. And who wins? Who would win? Creepy Valley Ranch, now with more human skin mask. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for joining. I love you. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.